Okay, we're going to get started here today. All right, so it is go live, got to strive, and today we are going to thrive. Yes, hopefully you're having a great week. You are kicking some donkey. Springtime's right around the corner. It is time to motivate. It is time to grow. Yes, we are going to grow forward, reach our potential, live our best life, and just make an absolute massive impact in other people's lives. So we're going to do that as we serve others, run our businesses, manage the business we oversee, but we are in growth time, growth mode. So the last couple of weeks has been interesting, right? It's been a little bit of a challenge. The power of 2020 vision and that one growth zone of 2020 vision. We talked some heavy topics. We talked about pain, how that blocks your vision. We talked about pride, how that blocks the vision of relationship. Today, we open the forum up. I got a great question I want to respond to. The question came in is, how do I increase my desire to grow? So how do I increase my desire to grow? So we're going to tackle that. So that resonates with a lot of people. Like, how do you increase your desire? And it resonates because there is a group of people out there like yourself that see themselves as more, like they envision themselves doing more, accomplishing more. They want to be a mountain climber, a destiny changer, someone that actually impacts or makes a dent in the universe as far as their time here on earth. And yet they're not exactly in that space. Like they haven't really achieved or got to that place where they're actually doing that. But there's that hope, that churn, that kind of like restlessness that says, man, I want to move forward. I want to make an impact, but this desire to grow, sometimes it leaves me challenged. I just want to do so much, and I end up trying to figure out how to grow to be a challenge. It's like the land of the shoulds. Like, I should do this. I should maybe read a book. I should get back into exercise. I should separate some time for personal growth and development. It should, and should happens. And nothing happens sometimes. So we get frustrated with that. And then it doesn't really awaken our desire to grow because we're constantly strained with it. And the other part, that group of people that are so motivated to move forward, that they're like the world, the time, the space, the busyness, the habits of life. Like we're so busy, like we're driving after specific habits day after day, wash, rinse, repeat. Take care of the kids, get them off, school, work, performance, volunteers. Like our days are packed. And so we get this notion of sometimes just being like tired, like fatigued, like drained. And our daily habits drive us, but yet we don't make this space or opportunity to really think, how do I grow? How do I grow forward to reach my potential? And how do I awaken that desire? How do I awaken that? And so here's my thoughts on it. Really just two simple things, I think, that could help frame it. Some of it's mindset based and some of it's action based. But there's two simple ways I think you can get out of that rut and kind of get the desire, or awaken that desire to grow again. So it's fun, it's exciting. It's like kind of like you want to do. You're awake and you want to go do it. Number one, you need a think space. So you've kind of heard of like MySpace back in the day. Like you need a think space. Like a space to just think. With how busy and the speed of life, you need to separate time, 30 minutes, plan for it, get out of that habit and create that habit of 30 minutes of just space to think. Think about your growth. More philosophical thought here, but look, Henry David Thoreau said, the unexamined life is not worth living. So the unexamined life is not worth living. And we need to reflect. Like if we're going to grow, if we're going to increase that desire to grow, we need a think space or a think tank. You got Shark Tank, do a think tank. That's space where you can just open up and think about growth, about opportunity. It's amazing when things quiet down and you've designated that time to think about you in areas and places you can grow. Creativity happens. Innovation happens. Ideas start to come to you. You're not always just chasing that next thought. You're not even just like playing in the rat race of being on your phone and not being able to slow down. So that's a big bucket. Create a think space. 30 minutes. I tell you, years ago, it was really impactful for me. I was in leadership and I was driving day to day. And it was almost like the day was driving me rather than me driving the day. And I was leading a team and we were getting decent performance, but man, it was just a habit grind day after day. And my boss came in at the time, he said, "Hey, you need to slow down and think." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You need space to think. You get paid to think, not always to do." And that really hit me. And I created this habit of spending 30 minutes every Friday afternoon just thinking and exploring different ideas and concepts and planning and strategizing how I could help my team move forward. Things cleaned up. There was less clutter. And I say the same thing personally. Instead of going to bed at night, drifting off in front of the TV, playing another game on your phone, searching social media, do some self-examination. Reflect on your growth. It'll start to awaken this desire to grow. And then number 2, right? The second part is with it. If you don't have a plan to grow, you're going to fail. Like without a plan, you're planning to fail. And I'll just use the fitness analogy because I love the fitness industry. And when people came in to work out and they wanted to get in shape, that desire to get fit was awakened. Okay, but if they didn't have a plan, then it just kind of died out. It became a flickering flame. So awakening the desire to grow is one, but then cultivating it, getting a plan, staying on that plan, that will actually move you forward. That's what gets results. Personal training, physical training is no different than personal growth or personal development. In order to move forward, we know you need to invest in yourself. We know you need to grow yourself, grow your leadership. It's what's going to grow your business, grow your vision. It's going to make you a max potential leader. So in that, create that space and then have a plan. And at some point, you may be stuck. Like, I don't know what area I need growth in. I said, shoot, well, that's what kind of coaches can do. Coaches can help you narrow down the focus and say, hey, here's where you need growth in order to move forward to your goal and the accomplishments and the vision you have. So it's an important component of it. You know, one thought, really, this is something I work with my coaching clients on, is to maybe help you get some framework for it if you're going to do some reflecting, is this concept, a coaching concept I use called your personal sphere. So like you're 3D, you're a three-dimensional person. You know, you have your personal space, which you don't want nobody in when you ain't feeling right, but you still have your personal sphere, you, that you need to manage. And you're 3D. So what I use with people as I talk is your body, your fitness. Body, soul, spirit. Body, soul, spirit is three-dimensional you. And many times we experience pain in different areas, and we just got to figure out where we need to grow through in that personal sphere to move forward, to have less stress, to really awaken and increase that desire to grow so we can get rid of some of that fatigue and tiredness. So look, you got your body, your physical workouts, your physical taking care of yourself, you got your soul, and there you have your mind, like your mindset, your thought life. You have your will, your decision, your choices that you make. And then you have your emotions, and they're big. It's a big bucket, right? Emotional maturity, emotional strength, emotional intelligence. But those are some buckets sometimes to self-discover, self-evaluate where the growth is happening in there. And then, of course, at the center, the core of us, right? The core stability is your spirit. Connecting with God, the great growth coach, understanding how his spirit can work and empower your life, growing in that relationship, where are the pitfalls, where are the opportunities. Like managing your personal sphere is a great place to self-reflect each night to say, where do I need my growth? And then create a plan to go do it. Without a plan, we fail. So look, just tackle that question. Hopefully that was helpful. Like if you want to awaken your desire to grow, if you truly want to move forward and reach that level, that space that you envision yourself going to, you got to create a think space. Space to clearly think about you and your growth and awakening that desire to grow. And then you need a good plan. You need to put a plan in place and understand where are you going to grow, how are you going to move forward, and follow it. So you're going to get results. You're going to see change. You're going to see things lift. You're going to see you reach your potential and move forward. So those are 2 concepts. It has been good, quick, short, pinpoint. Keep the questions coming. I love them. It sharpens my tools, sharpens my thinking. Hey, look, the goal of it all of coaching is this, man. My heart is just to move you forward. Every inch, every step, if I could just move you a little bit closer to your goals and the vision and the plans you have for your life and reach your potential, like then I'm doing my job, I'm living my dream, I'm reaching my potential. Like you just move you one step further down your road to greatness. So that is it. We will huddle up. We will break the huddle. What time is it? It's growth time, baby.